So using our cut 1 settings, which is our kiss cut, and then our cut 2, we set this to half cut. So these are our half cut settings.
All right, whenever you're making a cut line, all you have to do is select your object and use these buttons in either Fine Cut or Rationing Tools. Fine Cut is this button right here. Clicking that, this increment, this offset is changing how far away or close to your object your cut line is going to be. 0.06 reads this. I don't like that gap that's right there, so I'm going to remake that. Just pressing the Control Z, going and changing this to 0.08. I think that's enough. Selecting this image and doing the exact same thing. If you go into your swatches, you'll see it will create a color that it's using as your cut line. I'm going to use one of them as this black, and the other one I'm going to use as a red that I created, because I want to have these two as different pressures. Once you have your cut line the way you want it, you're creating any kind of object around all of your image, your cut lines, your objects, everything. You're going to go into Fine Cut and use this button to create your crop marks. First thing you need to do is make sure that you are using the right plotter. I have the CG-AR selected, and when I press this crop mark button, it will give me all the options of crop marks that the CG-AR can read. I'm going to choose these, and it will create those marks around the outside of my image.
So you want to set up your 2 cuts, your kiss cut and your half cut. So our cut 1, we're going to set to be our kiss cut. We have 3 settings. We have our speed, pressure, and offset. So we're going to select tool to change these settings. Speed is how quick or how fast they'll cut. Your pressure will depend on your material, and then your blade, how your blade's adjusted. Your offset depends on the blade that you're using. So this will be on the box whenever you get a blade from Mimaki. So this is your cut 1. So this is going to be our kiss cut. So now we're going to go on to cut 2. So our cut 2 is already set to half cut, and I'll show you the setting here. But our speed, we have 15. Pressure, we have 180. Offset again is the blade. Click enter. Here's our half cut setting. So here I can toggle it on and off. Pressure, our half cut pressure, which is 90. Half cut length, this is how much material it's going to leave behind. And this is our C length. So these are just some settings to start off with.
All right, so if everything is set up, even without things selected, the first thing you need to do is make sure your cutter is in remote. Go into Fine Cut and test your connection. So go to communication, USB. That USB option will be available, or LAN will be available depending on how your computer is connected. You go down to test connection. That correct is what we're looking for. You press OK. In Fine Cut, you go to this button right here to go into your plot window. Press OK. So pull up here. Your layers are defined. You can choose your different cut lines and what to do with them in this section. But I'm going to choose color. It's choosing all the different colors and asking you what you want to do with them. I'm only going to have my crop marks and my cut line selected. And with this arrow, you can choose to specify the cut on each color. So I can tell the printer or the cutter that everything on the green cut line I want to use as cut line 1, or I want to use the red cut as cut 2. However you define the pressure on the actual plotter. Once you have everything set up the way you want it to, go to registration, detect your crop marks, and go to plot. In preview, it will show you the lines that it's going to make. A little video. This is where you check to see if there's going to be any double cutting or any errors in your cut. If everything looks fine, all you have to do is press plot.